For over 13 years, Running Man has been one of the most iconic and influential reality shows in Asia. Amid its ongoing journey, one name stood out not only for her comedic charm but also for the controversy she drew: Jeon So Min. In November 2023, she quietly stepped away from her role on the show. At first glance, her departure appeared to be a natural career move, focusing on acting. But in a recent appearance on Young Man's Food Travel, she peeled back the emotional curtain, revealing a painful truth. Behind the laughter was a woman exhausted by online criticism, judgment, and an overwhelming mental toll. 7 years in a happy place, and a battlefield for the mind. Running Man was a happy workplace. Jeon So Min began her story with affection. But she quickly followed up with, "I faced countless malicious comments for no apparent reason." That statement struck a deep chord, especially with fans who had laughed with her, supported her quirks, and admired her presence on the show. So Min wasn't the first entertainer to receive criticism for her variety show persona, but she may be one of the few female artists in Korea who endured such consistent negativity simply for being different. Her bold humor, physical comedy, and playful interactions with male cast members, traits often celebrated in male comedians, became ammunition for public condemnation when performed by a woman. Over 7 years, with hundreds of filmed episodes and millions of comments, the emotional wounds multiplied. Dozens, if not hundreds, of hateful messages piled on, not rooted in specific actions but based on vague dislikes. "I just don't like her." These seemingly harmless comments built up over time, slowly breaking down the emotional core of someone simply trying to entertain. The pain didn't end with her. One of the most heartbreaking revelations from the interview was that her younger brother, Jeon So Min, also became a target of these online attacks. Even though his appearances were brief, he was pulled into a storm of negativity, witnessing his sister suffer under relentless scrutiny. "I felt helpless," So Min once wrote on Instagram. It's a sentiment shared by many artists, powerless against faceless criticism that cuts deep but comes without accountability. In 2020, Running Man's producers had to disable viewer comments temporarily, an extremely rare move that revealed how severe the hate had become. But was it enough to heal the damage? Unfortunately, no. Marriage as an emotional refuge. Amid the emotional chaos, Jeon So Min made a surprising decision: to get married. In a society where female celebrities are often expected to prioritize career over family, especially at the peak of success, her choice carried deeper meaning. "I needed somewhere to rest. I needed someone to lean on emotionally," she admitted. For So Min, marriage wasn't a final destination, it was a sanctuary. A place where she could take off the entertainer's mask. A life where laughter didn't need to be a survival tool. In an industry where public perception often demands constant performance, her desire for peace became a quiet rebellion. Leaving to keep living, and keep loving her craft. Her official departure from Running Man in November 2023 was framed as a move to focus on her acting career. But behind that professional explanation lay a deeply personal choice: to protect her mental health, to shield her family, and most importantly, to save herself from the illusion of joy that had become unbearable. What's notable is that she returned briefly as a guest in January 2024. That short episode showed something rare: a real, emotional goodbye. Yoo Jae-suk shed tears, Ha held her hand in silence, and Lee Kwang-soo smiled quietly beside her. It wasn't a pure stunt. It was a heartfelt farewell between people who truly cared for each other. A voice for mental health in the entertainment industry. Jeon So Min's story is not just her own. It's a reflection of countless entertainers performing under the spotlight while their minds remain clouded in pain. It also raises a crucial question about audience responsibility in the age of social media, where every comment has the potential to wound. When artists are seen as entertainment products rather than human beings, their laughter becomes a mask. And when society still fails to recognize mental health as a critical aspect of creative labor, more Running Men will keep running, silently suffering. Jeon So Min chose to stop. Not because she was weak, but because she was braver than most people realized. She chose mental well-being over fame, chose to listen to herself amid the noise. And for many, that is the true victory. Social media hook subtitle: I wanted someone to lean on emotionally. Jeon So Min's confession not only touched audiences but also sparked a new chapter in the conversation on mental health in the Korean entertainment industry.